Last school year, if you were to ask me what I thought about taking the bus, I would have told you that it was an enjoyable experience. It was kind of fun for me. I got to listen to music, I got to talk to my friends. It was overall pretty great. But if you were to ask me nowadays, I would have told you, well, to put it simply, I would have given you a pretty unsure answer. There are a lot of things wrong with riding the bus this year, and one of those things being the kids. Now, I ride the bus with a bunch of elementary school kids, and those kids love to scream at the top of their freaking lungs. In fact, they do it pretty much every single day. I can't even listen to my music at a reasonable volume without them doing it. And you may be thinking, well, why don't you just turn up the music? Well, that's something that I do, but it's such a hassle, and it's something I shouldn't even have to do in the first place. So, whenever it gets too loud, I turn up the music, and, when they kind of quiet down, obviously I turn it down because, well, for one thing, I don't want music blaring in my ear, and also I don't want my music to distract the bus driver because that's not good. But then, a few seconds or a few minutes later, it starts getting loud again. So then I have to turn it up, and then turn it back down again. Turn it up, turn it down. It's such a hassle, like I just said, and I just wish I didn't have to do it. Another problem is the bus driver. Now, as a person, my bus driver is pretty cool. She lets us eat on the bus as long as we throw our trash away, which is understandable. But there are still some things that annoy me, as you could have guessed. My bus driver likes to give out snacks and things pretty often, mainly on someone's birthday. And this kind of ties into my first reason as to why I don't really like riding the bus as much. Because whenever she announces that it's someone's birthday, the kids start freaking yelling and exaggerating. Now hold on, let me explain. The bus driver doesn't, actually get up from her seat while we're driving. She gets some volunteers to hand out the snacks and stuff. But it's still kind of a hassle because there's a lot going on and there are other suitable. Now let me explain. The bus driver doesn't actually get up from her seat and starts handing out things while the bus is moving. She gets some volunteers to do it. But it's still kind of a hassle because, again, we're on the freaking road. There's too much going on, and there are other times that are more suitable and appropriate to do stuff like this. Like when kids are getting on and off the bus. Speaking of getting off the bus, this next reason doesn't really affect me, but it does affect other drivers. So there are some kids on my bus who like to misbehave. They don't like to follow the rules, and there are some times when their screaming steps beyond even the bus driver's boundaries, and she tells them to quiet down, obviously. But sometimes some kids don't quiet down. And there are some kids who even stand up, which is obviously not safe. So the bus driver decides to have a talk with the parents when we get to the bus stop. Mainly my bus stop. I don't know about the other ones, but my stop. And these talks can last for up to 5 minutes. And this is a problem for other drivers because, when the bus gets to the bus stop, they have a stop sign that tells other drivers to stop so they can let kids get off. But, like I said, these talks can last for up to 5 minutes. And it's just holding up traffic. And it's holding up other drivers. Just let the kids get off and go. If the kids are misbehaving, then just send out a letter to the parents telling them that their kids are misbehaving. Which is actually something the bus driver ended up doing at some point. She sent out a letter saying what some kids were doing and how to stop this. But yeah, that's basically my bus experience. Like I said at the beginning, last year riding the bus was freaking legendary. It was a great experience. I got to talk to my friends. I got to listen to my music. It was pretty fun. And but this year I'm just not really. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. But yeah, bye.